fellow Sierra Leonean and viewers beyond the Sierra Leone community. Welcome to Salon for All and Voice for All Network Television. And to my brothers and sisters in Islam, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan Kareem again. As in, I know this month will be solely devoted to the Almighty as we all the um, geared towards for worship Him and try for do what's right by Him. At the same time, we they also give preference and as well as opportunity to fellow Sierra Leoneans them. Not preference because God comes first above anything, but when things then come up where other people then they ask for we help or they want we use we platform for them to hear them voice. We are more than welcome to we go more than welcome for bring them on board for them get that opportunity as the station is rightfully called Salon for All and Voice for All Network Television. Having said that, on Friday we can get um, a young lady we contact we basically if you want make ne Sierra Leonean hear the in cry and in family cry of a late brother when Mr. Ahmad, we commonly known as Gabba, where you want come and share in sorrow with we. Having said that, I they put on pause for now we take the opportunity for um get other people that are involved, share the link, and then we will come back and discuss today's topic. And are all welcome once again. I really don't know what they go on with we station today. It seems like for say where they get like a some type of either somebody they manipulate the system. I don't know, but it seemed like they blink a blink. I don't know if not just me on my own end. I hope that's not the case. Um, again, again, I will get okay. I think say I don't get both of the sisters in line, but in the meantime, I dey put them on hold. For now, again, we share the and inform other people and say with their live before I will bring them on board. So they ask in a for a patient for now I will bring in on board shortly. Thank you. I will try for beginner with Islamic Ramadan tune in a little bit. But in the meantime, I just try for send out notification like I stated for the other people that will know say we don't come on board, but no will come and discuss today. And I all welcome once again. patients with small or they still try for notify others there. Mr. Mohammed Lamin Kamara, they read your comments. That's how they send notification. Thank you for your feedback. And so say how they can say Rome is not built in a day. So not small, it's still a work in progress. And each day we will make room for more improvements. So in the meantime, and for patients, we will get there sooner or later. Yeah. Thank you for your kind compliments and sincere one. We appreciate that. Okay, so I believe so we'll start now. Any side way anybody meets, we will go from there. And obviously, the video will make available to the public after the live show. Having said that, and I once again welcome into the Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. Ramadan Kareem. I hope say we all enjoy and observe the way best way we can. May God bless we all effort and He forgive we on we daily mistakes them and we shortcomings them. May accept every sacrifice we will make during this holy month of Ramadan. And I welcome once again for in we just join we. I mean just to give a big give brief background on today topic. Basically, Friday I get someone will reach out to me when I the brother of when I the sister of the late man, Mr. Gabba, commonly known as Mr. Gabba, where basically I get so many concern. Today I get with him, the other sister. So now the two sister then they join with today. Forgive me a background and I will also they ask questions then for inner the audience to understand what's in then pain when they go through at this critical crucial time. And I once again welcome, make I bring both of the sister now the line, let them introduce themselves and we learn to today topic. Good evening, Miss Aisha and Madam Aisha and Madam Mariama, and I welcome to Salon for All and Voice for All Network Television. I want to take this opportunity for introducing herself, and then we will go into today's topic. And I welcome.
Yeah. Good evening. Good evening, all good evening. Mina Iysha Kanu. Mina Ahmed Gabba sister.
Welcome, Miss Iysha. And Madam Mariama, Yusuf, come on board and introduce yourself, please.
Assalamu alaikum, my people. Mina Mariama. Mina Ahmed Gabba sister.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Salon for All and Voice for All Network Television. Ramadan Karim to in our two. And on behalf of the entire team, I once again extend sincere condolences for the loss of a brother on Friday. I've been which was yesterday, after we Islamic educational show. I've been with Alhaji Abdullah Sila. I've been getting a call from his sister. Well, actually, he been contact me through force a message, and then from there we're able to express some of him pain. From there, we'll be able to talk on phone, and where I don't want to go into detail. I want to give the opportunity where Madam Mariama, where he basically express himself instead of a better than when me go deliver the message. And again, for in a way they watch the today show, we effort now so now for sensitize or inform the general public. We intention is never to be anything malice. So again, I did bring Madam Mariama for coming. Sorry, Madam Aisha, na coming and tell me, Madam Aisha,
Yes.
I know say based on we conversation, you don't watch the show for a long time before even get to this platform where it did today.
Yes.
And you express some pain where you will go through with your family having to do with your brother. So I want you to take your time. You get all this show where you say I can't today. I'm not been getting intention for calm, but now for Nana, you take your time from detail from step 1 to 2 for now people then go understand waiting at the pain where they go through and your family. Welcome, madam.
Okay, let God help you all.
Amen.
Amen. You know, this time we know the person will die. When I'm a brother, na very private person. Na person we not like palavra, we not like Allah Allah. This way we they do so, we they do for faith for we family. Because waiting do right now, as I they talk so police then surround me family then. They not get no peace from where my brother died. He don't get diabetes for over 5 years. Now the main thing that the way he gets. They don't get them for years. My mama they send medicine for me all the time. So like, you know, man and woman the cow they take care of disease is different. So if they like today something can shoot up and sugar go so high, it go admit that in belly even they complain about. You know, ever complain say in body they act or anything. Say in belly they warm under. Even with big sister na friton na dande it tell her. He say I said time me belly they act under it warm. So now he say because one me other cousin they na host they na nurse. Now he say go they drink water. Now he say they drink water but now they wet better. Now the 10 then go with an hospital, wait and go with an hospital, then put catheter upon her. He void well after that. On Sunday I called and say he didn't hospital, you know they feel well, but they put catheter upon her. I call again Monday, then say it don't better. He waka, he do everything and joke, then Bobo then they take late midnight. And then go now host. Then come Tuesday morning, they meet in condition of fine. And then call with big sister. Now big sister go there. Then call the doctor within web, then go look at and refer them a corner. The word they refer them a corner, the word and treat them. They left my brother, now the son, They don't even get courtesy. Then they go dress. Then they go dress up before they come. Then come and take come. Then go with her and say that they go to an isolation room. Then go with her inside there. They don't see him. Bill, if he don't die, then just they tell them say, "When I go buy this, when I go buy this." Me then at the phone with my sister. I ask them. I say, "Where? When are they able to see him?" Now she say no. Then tell we say for go buy spoon for computer and mouth. Now I said this make sense to me. I said this no make no sense to me. I said waiting spoon get for do with isolate. I said right now me 8 day act. Now hang up the phone. I call this my sister Mariama. I tell her. So instead of trying for contact the doctor, where is been a free tongue, but I tell the member now in space of 2 hours, he don't die. Then go put an out mortuary. In fact, they say then they'll come Tuesday and Wednesday. We go there and say the results negative. They don't wash the body, everything. They don't wrap him. Then they say no, they don't protect the body. Now my sister, my sister then at the line say one send for me that video. Then I say I don't want to see him. I say I don't want to see him. My brother in the body like that. I don't like for sitting kind thing in the. Now then say for go na house. Now then go back na house.
Until they get small interruption, a patient small please. And I'll welcome in how they come in. Madam Iysha, you did it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So then go na host, then tell them say the result negative on Thursday. So I call. Now I say this when they do so, then go arrest the nurse, the doctor, the guy at the mortuary, then arrest them and go with them at CID. Just because they talk to say the thing negative. Then grab back on Thursday, they say they said they don't take the swab, they don't misplace the swab, they need for take another swab. Now say what thing they go on?
You did it?
Are they?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. So what's it
Yes.
what's for the one that would just say come in way or the one that would they listen when you they refer to say then do a test and it come back the test was negative. Whose test you they refer to for now they go get a clarity.
They say they do COVID test.
Okay, COVID-19 and it come back negative.
Yes.
Again, COVID-19
Yes.
and it come back negative. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was what that was what they told them on Wednesday.
Okay. Okay. And then at any other time they may repeat the test.
Then they repeat the test on Wednesday again because later they come again say they don't misplace the test, they don't see them again. So it's like 10 different stories in 1 hour.
Okay. Okay. So I want to know your other sister come in before we ask for the question, yeah? Madam Mariama, welcome. Kindly jump into the topic.
Let God help me.
Amen, amen.
Let God look me don't die. Let God give them peace so I don't go.
Amen.
One day we don't left for the let justice taking cause.
Amen.
My brother na quiet man. Everybody's a behind. You see until they are smiling. Everybody is an active somebody. Also somebody with dull. As you see us, so they really know they are active. This man, his sister don't explain it to him. That's all the thing go because they don't follow. So I began one doctor, the way I call. I call the doctor, and the doctor tell me say it's something, so I will check. The way the doctor check, and they said don't do the test for me brother because they don't wash the body.
They don't kill the body, Khadija. They listen,
Yes, sir. Yes, they are. Yes, I listen.
They don't kill the body. They don't kill the body all the way at the telescope. Because I will do follow up with video call. So they show me the casket to say they go for go put some. Now I tell me, I declare, and I'm man for say wait. He said Ibrahim. He said this woman now where they call video call, so now more in the feel pain. He said, wait, what let you do for me? It's not just video, no more the thing that you send them for me on my phone. So the big sister in other people, they in begin video. It is he send the video for me, they don't ask me border. They don't can't me brother, my sister. As a Muslim, they can't know they do Muslim somebody way in that, they don't suit that down.
Yeah.
They don't put an on the biara. So the imam now say he get 2 minutes before he reach the place. Then they say, okay, no, wait, so I 2 minutes for the imam, for the imam reach. Then the people then come back when they walk like the mortuary. Then they can request for the body from the biara. They can request for this body. Then they put me brother on the stretcher. As I talk to the now. Then put me brother on the stretcher and then they can go back. Then they ask, they say, what's happening? Then they say, no, now wait, no, we'll get back to now, now wait, we no more small. Then say the people that don't crash now the place or take the body for go burial like it's still going on. Now then take this body, then put her inside back at the corner. Now my sister and Pekin send for me this video. He send her for me and the man. When he send it to, may God help.
Amen.
Now he tell me, man, my sister Palachi, he say the people they don't take the body back. He said the people don't take the body back. Now my man say, he said, wait happy. I mean, you say the imam they can in the next 2 minutes. Now he said the people they until they go on. They need to they don't take the body back. So now my man is so problem. So they needed like a 30 minutes around the place and then one do test by me border. Because they get right for do test by me border. So now I go for tell me this time because I put the phone speaker for me for make I go able for talk. Now in the people can say when they now they go for do the test after the test back when they go na host they will do the test so tomorrow they will come for the body where they don't cast the body that the same cast body they put her inside. Oh God.
I'm sorry.
And they put this body here. My sister, they put this body here now. Then they call me back. Now I call the doctor. Now I tell her, I say, doctor, I say they don't do the test. Then the doctor say, he said, well, he said the test they take 24 hours. That's the next day. Before they go able for read the results out. They take 24 hours. He said not to they take quick. Now I tell them, let them go. Now them go. So now they go back. They say they come back the following day in the morning. So now I tell them, I go to the same morning and say they don't do the test. I say so when I go back like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. So now wait like then 10 o'clock to 11 the results we don't come that same day.
I'm sorry.
When they go, we they expect now for me and give the body. The neighbor forget the body again. They begin to talk so they say, let them wait for us. Let them go come. Let them wait for us. So I begin to call. They call people and say, phone and they pick up again. They call. So now my man he say, he said they say don't get one new case. When I want Mohammed Kamara, man when I 57 years when I sleep now. So now they my brother, my sister and picking back call me. Now they say they get case. 9 days, when I'm going to say, well, the results are negative. They don't see the results. The results are negative. So I end up telling about when the results are negative, when I give you the body, now they go to the body. Then they say, no, they want to do the test back because they are mixed up don't kind of the place. They get two Muhammad. So now they say the Muhammad, and then they will say, no, now because they say the Muhammad is 57 years. Say, not a big man. They say, not so big man. They say, not so 57 years. They say, and then so not to Jaman. They say, so I will go say, Muhammad to Jaman, and get this here. So, 9, the picking up for talk say, my sister picking up for talk say, he say, well, now give the body. And they say, well, they don't go give the body again. In fact, and then go beg the body, then they give again the body, and then go beg the body. Then they say, well, if this don't come on negative, no, God, that is your own to me. La ilaha illallah sayyidina Muhammad Rasulullah, la ilaha illallah sayyidina Muhammad Rasulullah. Ya Allah, 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 ya Allah.
I'm sorry.
Body. They say they give this body. Now the system, them begin to clean at the place to police them. Go to the place now, then can go police them now. Then they say they go all the people them, and they go all the people them holding at the place. They don't go all the people now holding at the place now. Then they say they go repeat the test back, they repeat. We not see results. Results not come up. When they don't see the tension now, then give the body. When they give the body now, then they all follow the body now. They go pay them, but it's not begging for. And they don't go beg and do. All things don't settle. Even tell an asylum, soldier man them, OSD, police them.
Just after they don't beg.
When they don't beg them. The people now where they go for go tell us show beg now. One only now they just get at the old house and then they go again most time on the house arrest. Now so the single. They even to this morning, yeah, I called them. Where I called them this morning. Now they go for I called them for talk. Now they begin to knock the domots. So now they go for tell them say, my sister go for say people they never do. Now so okay, put some video come. I say because somebody no go come when I post civilian for fire. I say something our government somebody don't come. So me surprised. I see soldier man them. I see some people they say them come on. They can begin to ask them about the name. They ask they say make them pull on piece of paper for me brother. They ask them who's kind see come me brother be dead. Now immediately on the phone with them. Now so now some the camera phone to them and they say, hey, one not for call people them. One they can put you on camera and video call. Now me sister they say, this now sister, now in the call we right for talk to I don't call you before they cannot do more. So now any man they made them waiting at the name, waiting happy, made them give them paper. Now tell me sister they think I don't give paper, so not put. So being the woman they talk now, me they pa video them. They all now the video, they all already do and everything. They go now like live. So now for tell me sister that someone who give nobody paper. As well not do no information to nobody. I said the people not to do. I think people don't get the information the way they need, they don't take their own action. I think why not they come back for ask information for doctor paper, for piece of paper, where they don't get everything where they need, they don't take their own action as a government, as advantage. When they go on, so we there on pen, we bought out that we there on that pen there, we there by cry. People that go tell us show in there, all they don't go look at the inside. I said, it don't make sense. I said, now they don't look at that the police now for 7 days. I said, they could have done 10 times. Now, not give no information again. Made a way for that go off, or that go speak that evidence they don't take action. I said, for now, I don't give information to nobody. So the people that begin, they don't put people for me, don't make this for me. Tell them. Ude para Kadija. Now they work a common at the compound. So they baganta at the phone, they baganta. Now they will make against it for me. They give it for audience. Now they all go get like they go like a 7 feet from the people them, my sister them, they begin all meeting. So I still a barata, I see them, and they walk like my sister tell me say, he said, now I say, so then he said, no, go see the again. He said, no, go see the again. He said, so left and they don't go. So now so pass so and they still they can't tell you so they still did it. They still did it. The place to around with soldier man them, policeman them, they all did it.
We get begging, we're not able
and we get begging to live and we not able for moon safe. Now they coach other people about to go ask for information. When they tell the government of Sierra Leone people this I don't know that this they come with problem and conflict. Because if you don't say that the currency people away in the place, Khadija, to be honest with me and you, between me and you too, with the entire country, then at Sierra Leone, they didn't do that. Even America, outside with this too. When the currency say they didn't host, so they go then I host. So the money they go around you. Yeah. You know waiting for you. You know they come on a door. You they get me?
Yes.
But people and they will go come with food when I young family people they will go come for can give food. They will those people and they don't receive them. But with all that they don't block people and don't get access for can give them food safe or something. So how you expect people to live?
They won't kill them for we.
How do you expect the people that will able to live? Khadija, no, be honest to yourself. Be honest, Sierra Leoneans them. We not so foreigner, even the foreigner, we say put their way come out Sierra Leone campaign we live in America. They need to feel like a slave. Oh, Khadija.
Yes, my dear.
Just.
I want to know you patient small. I know say very painful for you now. I want so waiting in the picture where they get now. So the sick way in a know this man for sick na a diabetes patient prior to all this, not so.
Yes.
And from waiting I also make clarity of that, then do this corona, the COVID-19 test param. Yes, 2 term, and from also we prior conversation, Madam, I call him Iysha, tell me also say the doctor be don't give the body say it get a clearance, it don't give clearance to the body say a COVID free, and the family get rights to the body for go make burial, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Then the two-way peace we all off. When somebody they go for go admit, as they can go somebody the first way they do, they try for one a test. The sick way they can go now, the sick now where they in our presence and the old one what we all know, they do them 2 tests and they by the sick way they can go now. With the COVID-19 test now, the first thing that they ever do for somebody before they begin the comment treatments for you.
Wow.
Listen, Khadija. They don't even do it after when my brother don't die now. They don't cast and care. They don't wrap them. They don't wait for the imam. Now they say they forgot to do the test. Who's tendency and they happen at the old one? Even this, even abroad, who's now we didn't start all this so? Who's now they happen when someone's not that I say they go to test fire? Where is they alive? They don't even conduct the test.
So yeah, what I want also know. Again, I really sorry for in a pain. I seen that they go through this very tough time. And I'm sorry for the questions and for no get clarity. For the audience then go understand. As a diabetic patient, so from what in the suspects and what in just talk, basically you say be the complaint but stomach pain, and so in been the suspect maybe like a diabetes below relapse, or it don't get like a diabetes emergency when I lead up to that.
Yes.
Okay. At any time when it been go, they be able for try for run then CBC like complete blood count for not go no first waiting at the underlying problem, because before they go able to treat and then give any medical care to them where it been go there.
They're not getting nothing.
So they're not being seen at all. Like we say we go come on here, we do an emergency. The first thing the doctor will come is see you, tell him you sign in symptom. And the other question was there any time we even get any sign of like sneezing, coughing, anything when at underlying symptoms them of the COVID,
No,
and not be get any underlying
none of that.
symptom. Okay.
No.
No
None of that.
any allergy like cough. Okay. No runny nose or
No.
any of that.
No,
Okay, so no significant signs them or symptoms we go suggest say na a suspect for COVID-19, correct?
yeah, correct.
Yes. You not
Okay.
get am.
So having said that, it
But
may
sugar
also, from what I understand, it may also make and clear say in a diabetes patient where it go in.
yes.
Okay, it make and clear. So, but on
Yes.
at no point from what
Because at
in a
that time there,
yes,
what
go ahead.
ego cornered, Miss Khadija, sorry.
Yes, there, go
At
ahead.
that time, what ego cornered, in coma.
Okay. Oh, if you don't, okay, so if you don't, they inside
If
diabetes
you don't
coma.
get in coma, yes.
Yes.
If you get
Oh,
on in coma now, what
oh
you go now cornered,
wow.
if you there in coma already.
Okay, so now,
Because if you then now one private hospital.
so before we go further, so in on diabetes, if they use insulin, correct?
Correct.
So they're not at any time would I ever been take them in. They may make and clear to the nurse there or the doctor say this is not diabetes patient and
Diabetic and then check in sugar. It was waiting
Where I
it been very
the
high.
friend tell me it was
So
like
at that time they not be
38 point something.
administer any insulin for saving life.
Then buy the insulin, then gam.
Uh-huh.
Waiting, I know.
No, wait till I mean like where it go na the hospital now. It don't they now na the care of the doctor and the nurse them where they care for them. They're not being kind of like treated as a diabetes coma patient at that time.
No,
that's it.
they're waiting then treat her as COVID patient because they're not even trying for go treat them like a human being. They left her under the sun. Whilst then they try for put on PPE.
Wow. So from waiting at this, waiting at the try for picture, I don't want. I just want get clarity. So it sounds like neglect and malpractice in the sense that
Sure.
for yes. But again, when we look back at the other hand, being that we they get this pandemic, so everybody will come, it automatically be looked as a suspect. But if the other concern would be if they don't make it clear to the nurse and say this is not a diabetes patient, and that's not another concern. And in a said and check in sugar. So obviously there was at some point where they been try for triage for say okay now we check in sugar, and obviously hence the reason why and then find out say in sugar was severely high, correct?
Yes.
So at that point, did they administer any insulin or care where go kind of like help for ne a kind of like I call put the sugar down at any time for waiting I know?
When they don't check the sugar,
Mm-hmm.
so waiting my sister tell me. When they don't check the sugar, then they say the sugar high.
Mm-hmm.
Let them buy, let them give money. Now my sister give the money.
Okay.
Now then mark other medicine. So una go buy them medicine, and then that tell them triage.
Okay.
Yes.
So if in a been even in at sorry in a been know of any anyway finish before I come back in finish. So when they don't give the money, they don't go buy the insulin, correct?
Yes.
Okay. The insulin will come on time.
Yes.
Okay. Then be ever administer that.
Yes. Now the time they triage, then go with her and they say that they go with her now isolation.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So why they isolate them? The question would be again, why them for isolate them and they not administer the medication? And I mean get any like range, like how severely high the in sugar be don't they?
It told me like it said 38.8.
Okay.
Yes. That was what she told me.
Okay. But you're not sure if they mean give any they've been administer the insulin at all. You're not sure.
No, they said they administer the insulin. Now the thing is triage. Yes.
Okay. So
When
that
they don't see the thing I, so
yes.
now the thing the triage.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Okay, so now when they don't triage now, at that time it been still the na a diabetic coma, correct? But it been still they alive, right?
Correct.
Okay. So
because when
yes.
they can go with an inside out, they say they're not there again. I think so that waste time what they make. And then it dies. So when they take her now, then go with her inside. So they just go with her at the morgue. They not see him again.
Wow. 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 Oh my goodness.
Then Khadija, all them telling they never want test to.
Wow.
Was say go do COVID-19. If na COVID-20. Then all the people there we don't suspect say then get some. They don't ever mark they say then die. The people now with their natural death, by now they go and see now say by now the victim they will die from the sickness. When I in pain we as family, you understand what I mean?
Yes.
Sickness, nobody know the way they wish for sickness or neither pray for sickness. But when it don't come, they accept it as good faith.
Yes.
Because life always they work out with two things then. You either you sleep, not that not the way they would just die without anything. You must get stabbed about they kill you. That sick, they're not so sick where we say people they will say now this and that they all over the whole world. We know where they affect people and because we all are not now America, all the world. We know where they affect people, them the symptoms and where the people they get.
Correct.
We know how we do. We know how they react. We know that everybody know. If you don't know say what they say from the TV, when they see the television, they see the people when they don't get infected. How they day? The one who don't get them, when they see them, how they day now, so we know. So people don't go use with people and back home. We not get out. We don't see. We they see them. We they see them every day. So we they trust them.
I think say
we know them.
The late Mr. Gabba, in situation for also be an eye opening for we government.
Yes.
Wherein they for also educate. Yes. We for educate. Yes. We for educate the nurse them and the doctor them. One. Correct.
And also the people where they sick.
Yes.
Then they will know the type of sickness them because and so be sincere with you. People don't go tell us obeying. They don't see nobody they cough.
Yes.
Because they say maybe don't call the government say then people they can cough or sneeze. Even still they interact with them Khadija over like 30 minutes. Then they're running at the phone.
Yes.
On video call. They don't see nobody cough for them. Because they don't illustrate this is the symptoms.
Yes.
They don't see nobody sneeze.
Yes.
They don't see no one you know. They don't see like somebody they sleep like say it gets hot the temperature high or something.
So waiting I don't make of this whole thing. Yeah, waiting I don't make of all this whole thing. Of course, it is necessary for them to take all necessary precaution, but it is also vital that we not for work with preconceived notion, meaning every patient will come, you don't look and say, okay, now COVID. If there is specific or significant signs way for make because then save their own life there in jeopardy, no look at that way, they understand.
Yes.
But at the same time, you look for critical signs and symptoms. We go say, okay, this will be a suspect. And even at that, in then country they are so, if even somebody come as a COVID patient, you as a nurse, as a doctor, you don't sign up, say you they help for save lives. The all you get for do is that the one thing you get for also make a mask available for the patient, but at the same time, for neglect in care, you understand?
Yeah,
but if the family wouldn't accompany this gentleman, say, in a patient will get, like when you go to hospital in America, then they ask you, what's in your history? Are you a hypertensive patient? Are you a patient where you are a diabetes patient? So having said that, based on that time when they triage you, then they know waiting at the test they waiting for run right away for see who side they go tackle. And in the process, if you're in a lot of pain, or if before even then do the how you call it, the blood test, then go do one quick one where then they pick your finger for see how severe your blood sugar don't be, as him being a diabetic patient. Having said that, for in the rather unfortunate part where the Yeri say the nurse or the doctor they ask for near the family go buy the insulin for them make as an emergency supply.
Available at the place.
Yes, for
Thank you.
save life. So all
It
that
will not be
this all
available.
like how they say in a learning process. This is why we they take with time for sit down and talk, not to for any out of malice, but now for now we help. When we know better, we do better. So if having said
Sure.
that, if we didn't so again, we look and say this now in memory of this late man, for another person not become a victim of this unfortunate
Thank you.
malpractice or neglect. Correct. Absolutely. It's so necessary. And again, like I say, now we all hold hearts and now we patience. Now we bear, now we also look say, if like I mean they always they say where people then they look certain things as a political thing. When we get state of emergency, is for all Sierra Leonean. No, no look and say, oh, this not SLPP in problem, this not APC, this not NGC. No, because I can always go back to the time of the Ebola. And they always say the then president, obviously, or in cabinet members, them, they were all in a very critical position wherein that they're not, this is not the first time we're sick like that going our country. So it been very hard for them to tackle. The good example now places like here in the United States, Paris, all them places that we then consider as first world. With this pandemic, we don't see how it's so critical for even them, they don't even know how to tackle them. Only now God go help
Thank
we.
you.
You understand? So if we they look at things in that way, for say, now we all join voice, we join hands, for now we try for save lives, it go only help with that way than we try for say, hey, this na NGC don't make this problem. Now APC na bring this sick. Now SLPP na bring this sick. If we stop this mindset, it will be better, it will be beneficial for our country. So now, again, now we go back again and recap. This unfortunate thing will happen. One, the family make and clear say this man a diabetes patient and not show no signs or symptoms of whether it was sneezing, coughing, chest pain, and not complain of any of that. It complain of
None of
stomach pain, you understand? And the fact that it go into coma, if we nurse and we doctor we don't familiar with that as a diabetes patient, you know, say it don't go into diabetes coma. You understand?
Yep.
So now moving forward for we nurse and we doctor, I know saying that it's right, you know, easy and it rather unfortunate. Even the supply for we in a need for them a save life, you know, make it available na the hospital, it rather unfortunate. So having said that, I want to move forward because they talk about say some people then go, some family members then go say us for bearing, unfortunately, and go then lock they all then quarantine them, which is I not feel saying that they appropriate as long as much as we they try for tackle this pandemic, but there's always a right way for do things. Even here in the United States, if they put you say you to go for under quarantine for the people that were on quarantine, like how the sisters and say, unfortunately for the places like here, you know, we'll get soldier man or policeman, we go kind of doorstep for say, like for saying a crime. You understand? And
Yes.
and there's a lot of how you call glitch in the system. What I mean by that is that if you don't go, you don't make all the necessary tests, it don't come back say negative. This man is not a COVID patient, and I don't make give clearance to the family. And this now it don't be critical to them. Not only then they try for mourn the loss of the family, and at the same time, then they try for make all necessary arrangements. Then from there back again in a change part and say no, this body not belong to an IAT, we therefore do X, Y, and Z. It's a bit
Yes.
critical. And if I don't make all necessary tests them and make sure say correct, because that back and forth all down the back again now a learning process. So now I want to understand now, when was the first COVID test done? Was he alive then? Was
No.
it wasn't. So now wait, he don't die.
No, now when you don't die, don't pay, you don't cancer anybody, you don't wrap them.
On
The
Wednesday.
how long as you wait for the imam. Now the same they say for go to the test.
Wow.
The first test. Now the say ever they talk about test. Just imagine at that stage, if you not be that stick them with what I get, it don't endanger everybody in life for me to around at that moment. Even the one that when they wash the dead body, and the one that when they will touch them.
Absolutely.
So you know how many people, how many life people don't die now for me so this day so today will make you they talk so now.
Absolutely.
You know how many people that will not lost their lives?
It is also critical.
You see how they probably keep people in a salon?
Yeah, the last show we get, so we also give suggestion to the president where he go under quarantine because one of in bodyguard been found to be positive. We also give suggestions, say the entire cabal where they around the president or in entire entourage for go under quarantine. But if we put that example there with this late Mr. Gaba, obviously the bodyguard and everybody around the president was treated with dignity and respect, and so forth and so on for every Sierra Leonean. Like I can say, nobody not forget preferential treatment. All man for be treated with respect and dignity, especially where somebody in your life don't end, and in family then they mourn the death. So I want to come back in. I want to give you a clear picture as to when, okay, in a say them in take the body after now and do the test. So now one test they do on a series of tests then do.
Well, then say them they first do the test. After when they don't cast the body, the first test when they do.
They say negative.
When they don't wrap the body done, they don't put they wait for the imam. Now the imam says 2 minutes for they join the people and for prepare the body for me they go clear and go. Because I understand say from the Monday before me boy they died the Tuesday, they be don't pass law. Now salon say anybody will die now. Any kind sick way kill you. Now for mortuary now, then pray you, then they go bury you. Because what you do, now they don't want nobody now forget an a church or either more. You don't understand it?
Yes, yes.
So we just follow the law because nobody know the way they above the law.
Correct.
When they talk about politics or any other thing, they talk about sensitization. This way don't be so risky for them not go fall victims to other people.
Yes.
You understand it?
Yes.
We try to sensitize the laws then. We try to sensitize the government. We try to sensitize military people already they send so for good guide people then. You don't understand it?
Yes.
We try to sensitize all the people who are involved. You they get me?
Yes.
Even if it's something happens to me today, I didn't house. I they expected for other food. They not go say make I not come up and take the food or make somebody not can put the food in the month. Then me pick and poker it. Therefore understand I get for it. People that they cook food, they can't go to the place they never for rich. Because the soldier man they don't go by the whole compound. Then they allow somebody go inside, they allow somebody come on and do. So how you expect the people them for stay healthy inside that house?
So okay, we tell the area here so that the food the way people then they volunteer for cook for the people that way them put down. Okay, first and foremost, before we will go for that food day, right? So then people they are so now after the burying, where they don't bury this man, where then can on the burying house, now then can more police then show up, then lock the all.
Yes, that's what happens. All you want now they are a victim.
After all they don't come up Kisi Road, they don't bury them, they don't come up bury them, kind of host, then they cry, other family members, them in their host, now they camp. Udana Iysha Kanu, that's now we other sister, we big sister, or they salon.
Yeah.
Now Iysha Kanu say, come on. They say, na me. Now they say, would they can't, on a brother and a COVID die up. Would they can't quarantine right now?
They're not showing no results. No results, you're not able. They just results from the mouth.
No, say, when the result? We not get it. Now they say, they not get result. I said, what the result? They said, they not get result.
But so it's a bit complicating. First, they don't give assurance, say this is negative.
Yes. They don't give the body, they don't go back the body nicely. Then they can now. Even some of the people they say they begin to one, now they don't see. You know, say that the people that begin to one. The one that now be there inside the parlor now. Now they go just put on the house arrest up to now, like what they tell this to. From the day. So when not people family member they say because of the way we they sabi me brother or we don't connect so way of the other make them go help for tell us showing, you know, Africa even now they do now so they go take case people in.
So how many of them? How many of them would then lock inside the house?
About 10 of them.
Wow. 10. Now big place where go be enough for them people then get them space?
Not really.
No.
Wow.
Because still and picking they inside the back. They picking inside the back.
1 year and 3 months.
Wow.
And they get So just imagine they give that small picking them back.
So
just imagine.
this is not so again for we government officials them, that's another hiccup na the entire system having a meaning. If people, then let's just say god forbid one person that they will get covid, and I don't already compromise the other nine people that including the picking them, where they say 1 year
Yes.
old and other small picking them. So if with a
Yeah, 5 year
quarantine,
old.
yes, if then a quarantine too, then supposed to get at least 6 foot distance from each other in effort for them prevent themselves from this how you call them deadly pandemic. If there's a possibility say any one of them exposed to that, it could be also a possibility say the one who can tell us for begging sometimes god forbid sometimes one of them get them where the other one they wouldn't cancel, they innocent of the whole thing. So all that in a team will get for put into consideration. Well, the other thing where I'm a bit concerned about, where in I say people then volunteer for cook, but when they cook, they not can inside the ocean outside or waiting or then call for
Now
so they
outside.
okay.
Now outside Kadija, like the street, the way we compound, in the main highway.
Yes.
The main black road highway, and an open compound.
Okay.
The way they cancel this, because the man they don't already block in the place, they not for go inside. Now so they call me video call, they say, see, they don't go to the street, they say they look food, but they don't give for no come. So what you want the people that eat inside it? They
Right.
don't get access to come up for open food. The one when they die now, when they say, oh, when I COVID-19, I kill them all. So now nothing they want to do, they want to take for people that for make business, market plan and salon.
Wow.
How they for do this?
Now Ustem and puts them through this night from yesterday.
From yesterday.
From yesterday.
Okay, so from what I get, they're able for eat anything or drink today.
Well, you know, so they begin some few water inside there, where you know, so they bury apple, they get water and have drinking. But the food for it, you know, say like business and salon, that by Sababu, in the week can come. Fish business, you know, food in the well. If the people that don't go cook their food, they go it and say, take them time, we be study all the way God rich. Take them time for go there, for table something for the go there. The policeman, you know, when they see the go, they know they are not coming area. They don't give me the pass for cancer to collect the food. So if you let people that they starvation they keep posting. So they went over posting that COVID-19 don't kill them all. Now so they go just say the government will just say, see, the make will put them under lockdown. So how you expect to lock somebody when you they starve and starvation they need support to collect and die?
Yes.
We all know that Khadija.
Yes.
We know the kind of people they feel. You feel say anything happens so that we go able gladly, it will go generation to generation, generation to generation. And now this one will count main problem back now the country. So we need to sensitize people them, make them correct mistake them because this a mistake we don't happen in our family. We know why it happen to other people in the family. Now that make it see with the kind of social media now. For let government go hear you because they see we but they will hear you voice.
So I want,
you know that they get there.
Yes, there. I want also for the one for the audience that wouldn't they watch. Where sometimes they go feel say maybe this in a they make up or something a political how you call them.
Last up.
No, I know. Okay.
Politics, we know that they become, we know they know what they will say, oh, now one former minister in picking anywhere, or one former this, we know that former will not get president, so who can be the politics? We are talk about life and death. Because the one we don't die, I don't beg, I don't. But the one and now when they are alive, no one lose more family member, especially under starvation. Now they work on now.
Wow. So for and I want give updates for some of them. We just enter for Ina. We just they come in where they talk to the sister of the late Mr. Ahmad, we commonly known as Gabba, where basically them strongly believe say they no say for sure say them brother die of complication having to do with him being then diabetes patient. It been complain of stomach ache and not been get any sign and symptoms of COVID-19, meaning that I asked them a couple of times, say, if it be they sneeze, if it be they cough, if it be they complain of any chest pain, then assure me say that was not the case. So when he go to the hospital, then further do like triage wearing. At some point they're not been doing this. From what I understand, there was a lot of neglect wearing that they're not being touch him because if they being treated as if he was a suspect case of COVID-19. Having said that, the person will accompany it make and clear say this patient na diabetes patient. From then they check in sugar and it being severely high. So from then instruct the family members say now you go and go buy insulin, which is again another unfortunate thing wherein that's the hospital not being get supply for insulin for diabetes patient. So having said that, it may end up go into diabetes coma. And later on, for make a long story short, unfortunately, he died and not able to see him from that point on. From then now, then decide after he don't die, from what's in the sister, then they tell me, they decide say let them do tests for see if he been be a victim of COVID-19. Upon the test,
No, Karija.
yes,
Karija.
yes,
I see that point there.
okay,
You know, be so. When
okay,
he don't die,
yeah,
now they can go to body in a mortuary.
okay,
Because now every day and night, it
yes,
doesn't a night, they don't go to bed somebody.
right,
So they can't go to mortuary from the ward to the mortuary, so they go liam. From mortuary now, they say, men can of money. Now say, we are Muslim, we they keep body. We they can of money, and they say, we can of money. Because they're going to money, they don't wash the body, they don't cancer care. They didn't the biara, they wait for the imam. The imam wants 2 minutes. If they never wait for the imam, say that imam so now give me 2 minutes, and they reach there. So within that 2 minutes, they wait for the imam. Now the people then come back. The mortuary people and they say, okay, wait, when I give you this body back, they open the biara, they transfer on the stretcher, they can't go back inside mortuary. They say they want to do test for them.
wow,
That was the first test.
okay,
Do they get me?
yes,
That was the first test.
okay,
We know seven and test and no test because we know say no get nothing like that.
okay,
And we dey always sensitize to people when they back home.
okay, okay,
Then we sister back home in a qualified nurse where they work, where they are all stay with them.
okay,
The other sister.
okay,
Do they get me?
yes,
So now
yes.
so the single.
Okay. So similarly to what they say, they not been do this COVID-19 while even they alive. So like how the sisters say, then do after I don't die, when body don't wrap everything, they don't prepare now for need and go basically gear in last respect when I forgo bear 'em. Unfortunately, then decide say at that time then go do the COVID-19 test. From within the sister then assure me that after they do the test upon the result, it was negative. So from there, then give them the body. Then later on back, they can take the body in their hand, or whatever the case may be. Then from where they see the reaction of the family, then decide say then give the body. From there now, then go bury the brother. After the burial now, we then go home. Then they mean get like where you can't get people that will can say osh for bearing. So then come now, then come say osh for bearing. At that time they now nine then decide say, and do you in a correct me is our mistake, you know? At
No
that
problem, no problem.
yes, at
Yeah.
that time we then come now after the burial, we don't go bury on a Kisi road, right? Burying ground, right? Yes, we don't bury and then can now, like what then they can say osh for bearing, all man they mourn the death of nine then see series
People
of
they cry.
yes, and they cry, series of policemen then come and soldier man them correct. When they come, they
Yes.
say all man within
Then
the
some people
host.
they won't be in the way they all home. You want the whole life inside, not be see them.
Yes.
They go.
Yes. So then basically from what then they say, then call and say, then put the all under house arrest say,
House arrest.
yeah, they're not for go no side. And this man don't died of
You
COVID.
don't go until the house arrest.
Yes, COVID-19. What else I want to say? I want to we talk about this young man. Unfortunately, been left. He left a Pekin where from before this show, I been make to understand say the wife in former wife also be don't die. They don't die years
Yes.
ago. Years ago, where they born one Pekin where it's so sad that Pekin don't become an orphan. They like today.
Yep. Yep.
May God give am strength and may God
Amen.
give the
Amen.
family them the
Amen.
finance for take care of them. I really truly sorry. So I want to give me a little then I give with a little bit background of that side of in mama, in late mama and in a late brother, and a little bit about this speaking, how will they cope with the death of in papa and at the same time with the current situation where they're all a force for they under one roof because then they request say them for quarantine. I want to come back in.
carry down.
Yeah.
The bikini. So now make an life for you traumatized. Everywhere at the core. They cry me, papa, me, mama, me, papa, me, mama. You know where somebody they see where somebody traumatized, where it lost in two parents and the bikini are like now 12 years of age bikini they go and wash, they from one like that bikini.
God.
So the bikini in the post step now cry, they cry. You know the day and the phone they say they cry. So that bikini for that woman. Then they just swallow people, they see them company, they come to beg be just fresh. Then they come on and do they play with them. At least in mind they come on small. When they back in kitchen. But now they don't go lock you on one side. Exactly. They don't create more issue for the bikini. Now they don't create more issue, more issue. And they tell you. They say you wear your shoe like inside in the morning. And this
Exactly.
also for we again because we don't inside we now. But for if the next people are now when something will happen for other family them, government get for look so when somebody sick, they can't go to hospital. The nurse them and the doctor and the post they do. Once they go they give report, they start they check, wise test they go they go on, wise treatment for the comment, everything for go together for save life and for protect other life. But you know go look body, you neglect body. Then at the end of the day, the body, the person lost in family in that still pain there. They don't give the body, they don't dress them. They wait for Imam in 2 minutes for the Imam reach for pray the body for go burial. They will not take the body back there. Will not give this body go do na back. We need for do test. That test don't come negative. After they don't go bury the man, now all come back there. Oh, the man died under this na negative. Na positive. When the result show say na positive, they don't show results. They just go put it under house arrest for no just cause.
And also today I talked to the Pekin. It is sad. You know, then people and they go God now go pay them for God now go fetch the case for me. God go fetch the case. That Pekin is so traumatized right now. We all are so traumatized right now. We're not able to sleep from what this Papa die, what this brother die. They're not say I don't ever get 3 hours sleep.
It's not easy. Because
we all traumatized. Because we don't know if we come tomorrow morning, they will still there. The begin say, Auntie dear can't take me. Lagonia on America. Can you imagine?
I want to make something clear to the audience and for the government officials there where they watch. At no time, no Miss Iysha or Miss Mariama personally at all. Today, like I said, now the first time yesterday where Miss Iysha reached out to me. And again, like I say, as the name implies, Salon for All, Voice for All Network Television. This is not about me, but it's about us. And if anybody at any time need for hear out anything or they want to express themselves, they want to use this platform, we go be more than happy for accommodate them. So I wanted to know say and not reach out to these people them. Now just the pain when they go through, they believe say somebody for hear them out. Having said that, there's a tendency of where people they can come, then get an interview, then they in a return they can maltreat the person. We go follow up with this case and hope that we government officials them or the one day where they go will lock them people they are done. They not go maltreat them people they are so. Then go allow them. Then other people then cook for them and go left them. They don't necessarily need for dinner the host. And when the days then expired, whether na 7 days or whatever, or if they get a place where they go how you call and spread them out for 10 people for dinner one place in all look to in all to right, given the obvious of waiting and they tell you about the size of the place. I don't know if na a 2 bedroom, na a 1 bedroom, I'm not sure, but I will bring them back again for ask them. Having said that, do you with the hope and pray that nobody not go get mistreated because they don't come out, they don't express themselves. So I want to come back in this place where they not they hold people, then 10 people them. Now 2 bedroom place, now 1 bedroom place, now 3 bedroom, now 4 bedroom,
3 bedroom.
now 3 bedroom. Okay, all right. Now open downstairs on a one flat.
Now one flat.
Now one flat. Okay. How big is the living room?
It's just okay.
I not get
Okay.
we not so maintenance or contract or
Yeah.
Yes, I know, I know.
So that's the
So
thing.
like in terms of like a bathroom, now outside of the apartment or in a get inside bathroom na this place
Not
hold it.
inside.
Now inside. Now
We
one
get
bathroom,
inside
not two bed,
bathroom.
not two
We call
bathroom,
that like the two back,
two
two full back, but
two.
the man and woman they mix inside it.
Oh wow. So when in
So
that they talk
like
about speaking, how many picking and the inside there? Total.
well like
One, two.
he,
I made in Pekin.
that in picking. They will not make the other
Then the other one, then then Pekin they will be can for can greet that Pekin. That may brother who died so
Okay, so
in Pekin.
wonderful. So I want to know the government also puts into consideration neglect or child abuse. You understand? So the welfare of them picking and tool for put into consideration equally as that of the adults them. I want to put all that into consideration. Then and I also talk about 1 year old picking. Now 1 year and I be
Yes.
say 1 year
the
old.
one January.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
1 year
obviously
old.
that picking they go eat regular food, eh? Or na
Well,
baby
for now, not enough food because we just confused.
Okay, no, what I mean?
So
Now, picky whether it's baby food or na regular food or it gets special food.
And they eat regular food.
Oh, okay. So, having said that, we dey pray and plead to the government or anybody we assigned to this specific incident where the family then they mourn the pain of their loved one at the moment, and at the same time, then they are worried sick as in a yeri. Miss Aisha talk and say from where this thing happen at 3 hours sleepy get. So psychologically, emotionally, mentally, also it bring a lot of stress in their life as well. So do you know we put all that into consideration? And I don't know if you now want to say anything else when I go and share. How we now go describe this young man where he lost in life?
I'm like, I go first.
Okay, so today on hold. So you can go ahead, Miss Aisha.
Hello?
Yes.
Ahmed Gabba, like a lot of people that know him for Gabba, but in him Nine Ahmed is very loving. The one all Eastern, Western, food, everybody sabi him. You know, and a popular person. Everybody sabi him, a very respectful and not like Allah, Allah, even way within a host, if we dey Allah, it go take everyone self na let for Allah na let the chamber. Na person in all like Allah, Allah. Wait till we dey do so, it not go, it not like that, but we get for do that. For let this government or whatever, what it is, let them stop for do am. Now it make we dey do that. We say me self na person very private. I don't like for go online do any stuff. I do this for them, and I do this for my family, and I will do anything when it comes to my family. You know, now it make.
Wonderful. So I want Miss Mariama, how you go? How you remember your brother for be in terms of in personality, so on and so forth.
like when my sister just talked to Khadija, my brother, you see herself today. You know I get like community. They go talk things that will make it just they laugh, they laugh, they laugh. You know, we even know waiting for them. My brothers are be entertain people in peace. They go come if you meet you when they drive motor car, see somebody they struggle. They go come, go blow, and they go give you ride. It inside bike, like one grain, you see somebody they strain, they go help. My brother can help people in any kind of way. If you see come out Saturday the way I they tell you, the tension where the people they step still they afraid. If you see population, if you see the population, if you do Facebook, you get friends then you go most get one friends who will put in picture
Yes.
where they go post them.
True.
If I tell you say I they sleep, me man a lie. My man said, I give me receptionist. Because me found the ring owners from different countries, different people, even salon set people they call me. All the owners people they call me. So now post will be stay in concern for everybody and a very peaceful. Like my sister they tell you so. As soon as I talk, like all they argue for one movie or something. They go see una. No go talk small. Now they go come back and say go just put something go make one laugh back. We say it's still very cause we know the ally laugh. Now post will for bring people together. That's not the border.
Yeah.
Now, post me no go one day say that this world don't tell me no, na lie. A big man, people always say that they go call him honorable. Because he pass on say we get the body, get that charisma dey. I go say honorable, we go don't pass it pull eye. Everybody smile. But you know say die, the all we them born we na two things we sign for the world. God bring we, and when same reach to take we, it take we. And every day now this one gets up. But their line no go dey pants up. Not for we again make we can desire. No, we are not doing America. They know we will have Facebook, but for say that live any small thing published, we know they parents in a day. We very independent and private. Did they get me?
Yes.
But that's something the way they happen, where they scam, not just keep her within yourself. You know, sometimes it will go happen more and more, and the more it happen, we don't keep me grudge. This don't keeping grudge. This don't keeping grudge. We don't know waiting will explode the next minutes or waiting we all will get up a plan. We will affect innocent people them. We will be around. So now before this thing don't happen, we can at the social media. We can at the social media for una get us to learn from real mistake where government don't do from real person. Then no go able to do again from other person. Even woman of Fofana where they give news. One way they always they give report and they report this. Not just go on social media and publish that once and for all. You get for no details, you get for ask, question them, series of questioning. You get for interrogate with the people where they give the information. You get for know that the two sides of the party then because anything when case is they go for get side A, side B. You woman of Fofana, you be the judge. Because in the give report for the country. They get me, eh?
Yeah.
You got to investigate. The way I tell you so yesterday, you don't just keep them to yourself and go on social media and talk. You say, okay, let we make a program, we can live, let una explain, let people hear from una most them, let we see, waiting at the way forward, what we're able to do, and what we tell government for do, for not put things them in place.
Absolutely.
You get me?
Absolutely.
Now, so many the journalists in a salon today. Maybe no go come me one belly, I can't tell me, oh, give me capsule. You know, every point it so make me belly one, they go give me capsule. It need to work that way.
Absolutely.
Don't learn for the man from things the way they happen. So it will be better somebody in a future. But if we say where this song can because don't play this, I don't even double check, I don't even cross check, I don't even know anything because just don't give me I could just go ahead and publish them. It's too bad.
So like unfortunately Mr. Fofana not there for defending himself. So basically I want to know like Uda Giam the detail where he reports on. How Emin gets the reports.
Well, that's because I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay.
Now then the government so they're in charge of that. People, you know, the government put people in charge of everything.
Yes.
So the one who in charge of that, now then call them because we don't see, we don't sabi, we don't sabi.
Okay, so that's you mean they feel say the right thing we're in for me they do from what you if we don't reach out to the family then for you read the other side before he publish the story. Okay.
Yes. Then if we don't see the result, because I'm saying the publisher will show you result. But if you don't get details, what didn't happen, by right, because they can just for paper. You know, so they go admit somebody when they pull out from other hospitals, the other hospitals that they pull out, then they give you paper where they can go say, now we be this. But you so, we transfer you so, for me they say we go do their own where they go do. You understand, eh?
Yes.
So online thing they get paper.
So the
then English patients,
yes.
they do online thing and then they get everything a paperwork. They put everything together now with everything they don't gather together. Then say they can publish something. You get an authentic something where they prove say you are on the right track.
I agree. The other concern where I get
you are on the right track.
correct. I agree. The other concern where I get where Nano forget you make mention say there are some of these people then way be involved with in a border in case where them be declared as negative, say die of coronavirus. Then be end up arrest people them. Who done them people they are so any yeah, go ahead.
The nurse, the doctor.
So why then for arrest them, given the obvious that the reports where then give now be authentic reports? Is it because they in the favor of the government, waiting at the reason why?
Because I believe so because they in the favor
of the government.
Okay.
Because them don't declare. So it's
okay, so now after they don't declare, now then come back, then give assurance, say, then give authentic reports, say, no, this patient, not he was not a victim of COVID-19, correct?
Yes. Because when they come say the thing now, positive. Now say no, I mean the first is also common and negative. So like when they give somebody information, for true information now. Like they use now as advantage for go ahead and do it for all the doctors and the nurses there.
So again, that take me back to my earlier statement where they make this platform not designed for do anything out of malice. Again, we don't want to go and hurt people then or use what we will say abuse of power because people then they speak on the fact and the truth. If there's error what we don't make as big people then we for accept say yes, we don't make mistakes say, or we don't tell story we're not correct, but we not for go and go hold innocent people there or honest people them and go put them in a tight corner. And again, we need to look here for say for favor now God with a fear. Now that way they would take things, would they address things like how the sister then say, go just call me, I come and make a report. I rather bring in a calm in a year, I make her they ask other question over and over for the audience to get clarity because it's not coming from me. I not contact them people there so now they reach out to we station for now we go able for hear them for now themselves go air out the frustration and the pain with their family they go through. So I come back in. So again, we go send sympathy message to the doctor then and the nurse them where them basically then puts the whole because of the reports where then give. So come back again and give more detail in that department where you in the talk say basically you be don't talk to the doctor and the nurse them. Then from there now in the government officials them calling us say now COVID-19 it been died off. Then in a turn back around and say to them that is not the case because we don't get authentic evidence say he was negative of COVID-19, correct?
Yes, then say it's negative and then give it the body with bury the don't pay already. Okay. Now then come after the burial. Don't come on and kiss you then they mourn. Now that time they then come with the police then come they say that they come arrest them, do house arrest, whatever, because it's not house arrest.
Okay. When I see if now read some of the comments them, if I can read few before in a Goya and then I go making a last statement. Mr. Musa, say how then they do the test for COVID-19, and I get any idea how they can do the test?
Well, no idea. No idea. The only thing is swipe because we know they inside it. They say they swipe.
Okay. Okay, so how then go swipe because place na in America na blood test from waiting I they understand to the one they wouldn't go take them.
Well, Mama, that question is to the authority of the nursing or the doctor departments in Sierra Leone and administration and question Mr. Musa.
Okay.
We know they work there. We don't know how then they operate at the country now. We don't know how the country when they go. We in a different country when we serve and we don't get no answer.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
even when they ask them, even today when they go there, my sister they ask them, when the results? When I say it positive of COVID, when the results? The results not there.
Wow.
So now advantage exists per week. To be honest with you, now advantage exists per week.
I want to read back again. Mr. Alhaji and Mariama Kanu. The government was just trying to add the death number of corona. Okay, so
thank you.
In gets in.
That's all.
Okay, so that in your own opinion, Mr. Al say this government is a mess for God's sake. After giving the cup to the family for burial and the turnaround saying the man died of COVID, they are looking for way of making money. Now, back now another opinion. Miss Khadija to Fona, sorry. Salaam alaikum. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi, madam. Welcome. Mr. Junior K, where do Sierra Leone get the test from? If they ask, say, who say Sierra Leoneans can get, they're not sure.
Well, Khadija, the same question what you answer, Mr. Musa, and I don't come back. So, may they ask the government, how then they operate their own test in Salon? That side, you know where we lie.
We not even get tests now. It barely people that they get symptoms, they let they test people there. How come they get the test now? Salon and all that quantity there.
Yeah. And Mr. Ali say, I'm watching your show right now. Welcome, Mr. Ali. Thank you. Miss Khadija to Fona again, my dear namesake. Thank you for all your support. And she also happened to be one of the executive members on this platform. They said, today we are called that our cousin is under quarantine with her children and the whole compound since yesterday. Because a lady in the compound was sick for a long time and the officers came. Sorry, and excuse me. And the officers came and took her and barricaded the whole compound with no food. They did no tests. And that is exactly what this lady is talking about. The government is going about doing this preventive measure the wrong way. So, Miss Madam Khadija to Fona, they say basically similarly to what's in a day. Um, express now, so it's inside your family member basically go through the same thing where them basically they go basically protect the entire compound and then they give them food, no nothing, and your opinion say that they go about the whole thing the wrong way. And they agree me, eh?
Yeah, yes.
Wonderful. Mr. Junior, yes, dear. Come in,
Okay,
madam.
sorry for
No, go ahead, please.
So they have all amounts of people. They don't say don't get amounts of people. They don't want to get die from that sickness. They able many people in Africa. Why they not go help in America? They this sickness done. Yeah. There's strong doctor we got complex sweets in salon. What we don't be proud of. When they able men, then kind here where America world best neighbor for men, China the neighbor for men, Italy the neighbor for men. Men in Kenya salon, they will give them free plane. Then come in people in there, they don't get the medication. When they don't get it, so they can implement on there because world war work as a team. Because they believe say if it is true, they have picked this now. We ask this the whole left in Africa. Once when it pass 100 people they do balance, one for share. We know the ones and we wait for no more we eat. Look for my area, look Dombe, look you name them, you know.
Yes.
So if you just keep them for me, they start like half of Salon don't die by this hour. To be honest with you, half of Salon we don't die. Yeah. Don't be realistic. No, keep the thing under the carpet. Don't remove it under the carpet. Let people steer and clean up the carpet.
I agree. So now read for the. Yeah, go ahead.
We dey go under pain.
I know.
Well, now we don't talk am. We know sabi that woman Khadija Kukopana. Instead, don't come up with the same thing.
Exactly.
So if you will not be don't come up with so people they don't give people Kukopana na the social media. We don't want this kind of social media. People we know we don't be paid by this. People they go on social media. It's not easy. Yeah. But when we can on social media, we can focus sensitize with content.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can focus sensitize with people.
Absolutely.
We can focus with the experience when they don't even study, when they grab say they understand, when they don't know anything about.
Thank you so much. Sorry for the pain and in a loss once again. Mr. Junior Casey, was blood sugar check done? A1C.
Yeah.
A1C in a medical terminology for the type of
No,
test where
yeah,
then they
no,
basically
no,
do for see how high is sugar day.
no.
Okay, okay. So the question, Mr. Junior, for you answer to a question, the family say no. But then at the same time, in Abi say there was something we been get done where then check where they may see
I
say
just the blood glucose.
the glucose. Okay, I think it's
Yeah.
similarly to that. Okay, so they're not okay. All right. So Mr. Korma Abdul, my sympathy to the family for the loss. He was my best friend, Mr. Korma.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
Mr. Korma. We also they extend with sincere condolences to you as well as the friend. Miss Khadija Tufona again, my dear namesake. People need to be tested and monitored under quarantine with provision for food, but none of that is happening. Um, so then okay, so now Miss Khadija to in suggestion say people then wait in the quarantine, then for provide for them food, but that's not they happen. Mr. Junior K
Me,
again, what? Yeah, go ahead.
me at this time said I don't even trust them for give me family food because all the time they think about right now, then go get my poison. Because if they're able to do things, something like that, after when they don't bear somebody, when I give with the body, we don't bear with loved one. When I can't put me people that under arrest. Am I going to believe you to give me food? No.
Yeah, sorry about that. Mr. Junior K again, he asks say, what was his blood sugar at the time of admission? So I think so we don't talk on that. You've been kind of you don't get the figure already, right? The number.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Mr. Junior K. Okay, I better read that. Okay, Miss Fona again, Khadija to Fona. He said they should have checked the victim to lower the blood sugar, the sugar level. Sorry. Miss Khadija to Sanko, may his soul rest in peace. He was such a good man. Thank you, Miss Sanko. Um,
Thank you.
yeah, Mr. Junior K. What type of insulin was administered? And I mean, know which kind of insulin them in game.
No.
Okay.
No, no clue.
Miss Khadija to Fona again. They say, "Oh my God, shake my head." That is right. I think it be the kind of like buttressed on waiting in a bit they say. Mr. Muhammad Lamin Kamara. And interestingly, I told my brother there will be no COVID death today in Freetown because they will not get a situation cops to lie to. Everybody should stay vigilant and secure both yourself and loved ones. It's clear, folks, they are looking for number that will generate fun to go on panic. I was in Freetown in January. I have breakfast with Gabba, and he was still struggling with his diabetes. Yeah. So Mr. Kamara say, he say, in your opinion, if they look and say, basically the governments then they look for lily body, where they go blame say na COVID. Unfortunately, they
Exactly.
not get that. Then he
Now,
say,
now money
yeah,
find the machine, money make the machine.
Exactly.
yeah. Then he
Now
say,
money make the machine.
yeah, from what's in at the talk, the but let's say even January where it go with GABA and get breakfast, it be the struggle with this in diabetes. So
I
basically,
don't say they struggle with that.
yes. So
You
it
don't
base,
say the phone with them.
yeah. Then now,
Nobody use stick for them.
yeah, Mr. Musa Mr. Musa Pege say, wow, that is sad. That's sad. Good morning, Mr. Alusain Bangura. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Mr. Alsi say this government is a mess for God's sake. Okay, I think I've been already done there. Now we see Auntie K say my sympathy to the entire family. He's a loving brother. Okay, so
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank
So waiting I go say I want I believe say with all waiting in I don't say. And some of the people that we watch this way know basically where they give testimony of how they remember the good things and the legacy where it don't leave behind. I believe say that they go gain a solace, peace,
you. Yeah.
comfort for then I go able
Mm-hmm.
for move forward, even though it not go easy, but this alone just the legacy we don't leave behind. I believe in a lifetime. And I think we go last for years to come for a grand Pekin with the Pekin where he left. in generation
Yes.
yet unborn. I want to come back
I
in.
know flower.
Yes, I want to know you can first Aisha, Madam Aisha. Then from there we'll go back to Madam Mariama. For now, give a last word, advice to the government, advice to Sierra Leoneans, them, and anything else when I want to say before we call it quit. Miss Madam Aisha, come back in, please, before I bring Madam Mariama.
First of all, I will tell everybody thank you for come online. Madam Khadija, I will tell you thank you for listening to me. For the first time, I even text you for let you return me call back. It was a big deal. I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate all the one that will listen and with frustration. And I they talk to Salone government, you know, this thing what they do, enough fine. And um I don't feel say COVID in and Salone. You and I know how people and they dying at this country with COVID-19. Every second, those are numbers, human beings, whether they die. Now, if now Salon this COVID-19 day for real, this not go happen. But if me brother then go with him, the first thing what you they do, when you go na hospital na yeah, the first thing what you they do, then you don't know, then the family, even if the person they in coma, then they ask what's in condition first, in history, and from then right there for now, then they take you blood, and then they try for do COVID test because this is the new thing that is here right now. But you know the wait when somebody don't die after when they don't say okay it's negative, then after one day when I say no it's positive, when I left this body, who does that? So wicked. Where is humanity? Where is humanity? These people they don't get no humanity for nobody. They don't get feeling for nobody. When they try for more, they not give you one chance for more. Now they don't can give you a gun. Day and next we know they sleep from Tuesday when he died. I not feel say I get 3 hours sleep complete. This is nonsense. The need for get them things them together. What kind of nonsense is this? It's not right. Right at all. But God go fetch for we. We don't let wicked to God. God go fetch we back to. Done. It's not right.
Sorry,
So
once
me, I
again.
just tell you thank you for what you do and all the audience welcome. Today I tell you now all thank you. Let God bless we all.
Amen. Amen.
Let God not make this ever repeat to anybody.
Once again, sorry for your loss and sorry for the pain where you and the family they endure. I will bring now Madam Mariam and self say waiting ever then in chest or waiting in one advice to the government, to Sierra Leone, and the entirety of waiting happened to their loved one. Come back in, Madam.
Aisha, thank you once more. Let God bless you.
Amen.
Let God make this Ramadan where they won't cancel all the problems and the sickness where they all over the world. Let God put a hand to them.
Amen.
Let we pray for let God continue for guide and protect the people in the world. Because also even again we can't say I don't know Saudi. This is all over the world.
Amen.
Let God make always who we don't talk so. Let government be able to look into it. This is life and death. And even when somebody don't die, they still need dignity and respect. Men no say we don't die, man no get power. No. Tomorrow you say they go for change you name what they work out to die man. You already different name what they born with. What they born with, they say don't born you picking. I see they go up. All these picking don't go now. This is not mature though. In a big woman now, in a big man now. All this is not all. After all step, now the last name where they do now, this na die man, na die woman. So with all that, we don't know we is in house. They just start like mathematics. You know, they just gonna say this plus this and this. You got to do calculation before you put things together. Forget the right figure. This let it be a warning. We on now, we on show. Now we know what's in the bone we right now. The one we don't die, let his soul continue for rest in peace. But the one the way they are alive now, where they want kill for we by path. Because it's they call killing by path. Just because of they don't go negate me, boy, I don't come on negative, they still claim and say it died of COVID-19. Now they don't only want to do under house arrest, they stab them under starvation. And starvation and hunger to mind and frustration because everything the people they get all the package right now and that outside they right now. They're frustrated. They don't see their freedom for Kumona for Waka. They don't get proper food for eat. They want pizza, so the man they right round. If they want sleep, they're able for sleep. So it's all that one day they get a post, they get sickness quick. The early morning, that's when the man they can knock the most different people in the camp ask questions when no make sense. If you don't declare now, say this force here, we they put them for make the no go come on a do. No go count so the man again. Then maybe they afraid for their life. No go come on a do. Because they left their life and they don't go and change our people and other life them. They will do something day. But if you don't go take to the man, they don't cancel around. Food for it, no day. People away for car with food for them for car eat. They know they car with them. Khadija, whose country, where do you feel saying that in the country itself for doing development or not destroy more? This question, I left out to the audience, I left out to the president, second to the listener. I left out to the nurses, the doctors, the journalists, that they get this question, and this question when they ask, I need an answer. Because everything right now is so frustrated. We need to sleep like a Khadija. We need to able to sleep. You go see them call you phone call. They don't come back home. The soldier man don't come back home. Other soldier man don't come back home. Other this they don't come back home. So whose life for the one we live now? Yeah, now we come. Now we can't find them. If people who they can't find them for, they're not able to get peace. Now their own place, they don't also them bill. Government they see that this is an advantage. To be honest with you, this is a real advantage. If you don't lock me, they make a no come on a do. Even prison they give them food for it. And they can half meal for a day. They give them. But you go lock me. Somebody they come out for can't give me food. You never give and child say it can't tie. It can't put food for me and the most are open the most for him. I take the food and go. No, it don't make sense. It don't make no sense. We the prayer governments looking for this. If they copy from America, London or any other country they say they do it with peace and dignity. They get humanitarian feeling. When they feel say if this happens to me, I go and they treat me well. Now so they treat people them. Now the same way back when we can't say copy. The same way. What do they say when they copy? No, we copy good things them. It they help we. It they make we feel good and feel proud of the country. But if we copy from people them, they only do the bad stuff. It don't make sense. If the salon get that sick, nobody no get that sick in a salon. Me, I dey ask me up, and this the month of Ramadan, I dey fast. I dey ask me up. For this only month for the fast, for God forgive me. Nobody no get that sick in the salon. The salon when me sabi, nobody no get that secret. Now they born me, now they are grow up, now they are matured. Before they can America, not can't baby. For so I don't even understand the country. I well understand the country before I can America. If you are sick, they for one person, the body almost alone, they collapse. Just to the president, they collapse. As he say, in guide gets one of his body guide, is there for long get right now? It's woman for long get up. Then picking them for long get up. But this all those they build up wrong story. Within America, yeah. We know it's not they take. When post when they breathe, maybe this parasite this. That the symptoms this. And she see the post is good. And like you know do the test parasite, but you mind they tell you say this that the symptoms they already look for. Even if I get some tape right now, the symptoms the one they get, and they really know say this now the symptoms they really cause this here. Hey bro, we need for slow down. Because we need for slow down. We need for get the equipment the way we need for do the test. We don't get them. We don't get nothing where go make them say, oh, this is the tester. They don't even get temperature test. Because when they go, you they can go the post on now, they need for test on the temperature post. Now they start in the common. But they don't get them. They all they do hand contact, no gloves, no nothing, no hand sanitizer, no soap, no water. So tell me, if you don't stick to this, we don't bread. Don't consider go for go buy market. When you don't go don't say for buy market, so all over for now all die. Why not today? Did you know come for don't die? You name the places there. Make no overcrowd population. Name them. We get for slow down. I bless you, Khadija. Let God continue for you the wisdom and understanding. For continue for do the right thing at the right time, at the right place. Let God push Botanic business far from you and your family. And all the people who take their time, this minute, for listening and watch this program. We they pray, if they're taking their family, let help for sensitize them and for me them go tell them what's not the right thing and tell them family and the symptoms the way they cause this sick here. So if their family begin getting symptoms and they don't fear, they don't call. So now they all will they pray for. And the one that we not get some, let government not give them.
Amen.
Let government not give them. Because it's our government and I know we didn't give people them. According to what's not happen for me brother and my family, now government they pass share this wire. Most of people they get a share them. Now government they pass share nicely. But by the grace of God, Corona no go ever enter in a salon by the grace of God, inshallah. Corona no go be reported on a salon. It no go ever be this world say Omar Kiam. It no go ever be because it can be we go sorry. All want to the work for na ya. I will go get country. Nobody know they also go invest back. Who they go take care of? Who they go work out with? Who they go pay night for? The pray to God. They could make this cannot ever be salon. As they don't begin so they lie, they do the wrong, test them, let God do I know they do the wrong test. But God say good or bad, left hand to me. I know what I do. Let God will be done and we can't see salon. The brother we don't die once more, let us still continue to rest in peace. We sister them, we pick them, when they don't lock down so on the house arrest, let God over them. Let God guide and protect them. Let God be let trust be paid. Now we always say. Thank you to everybody. We pray. Let God put sense in salon. Let God put unity in a salon. All them fitting that way they pass in a salon. You want to pray God for the sick, for let go the country now, for let go begin their case now, for when they go get money now. Let God take the heavy part. We don't let for case give God. Let God will be done according to your wish. But Papa government, we family them. We need a play to family them. We can't for campaign money for them. We need a play to family them. We need pay una for God. Una left people them go na them do more say left put for them and walk out. Left for say left give them and go. They not go join them inside the but they get the most get to get veranda with transparent when they go see the post wake out the food, they put it on for them, then they go get to it, it's inside it. Starvation, it will lead to death. We know why you all are cry. We steal the moon, we steal the moon. We they beg, we they beg. Do you journalists, now they make sure that the right house, they tell you that you na paper and don't publish that, you are therefore very be careful. You are therefore very be careful. You are make sure you are listening to the other party, you are do follow up with the person in medical history, or if it has sickness or problem, you are do follow up before now they publish things in our social media. Social media, not there for put things there. Social media, therefore, because people closer and for not we sensitize each and every one of us that I make social media day. We na beg with the pig. We na left people there, men and go give people their food. Then we know how many stand nobody again and we host to go go ask question. We have the can go hospital, how the post the neck, how the post with this. Then they all not necessary again. Because they say they will be necessary, they not even do nothing. So now they don't guarantee them, then they let them, then they guarantee themselves, then the days the way they give them, we in done, let in done. Alhamdulillah. Let God take the heavy part again once more. Tell
Amen.
God thank you.
Amen.
We tell God thank you. We don't listen and we don't care. We tell everybody thank you.
Amen.
Zainab, good night. This is
Yeah.
the month of Ramadan. People go for sleep a week back midnight.
Yeah. Amen. Amen. Once again, on behalf of the entire team here on a Salon for All and Voice for All, Network Television, and myself, would extend sincere condolences to the family and friends of the late Gaba, as he's commonly known, the late Mr.
Yeah.
Ahmed. Now, thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, my last advice again, Toina, with all the nice things the way people then don't say in this show today, and when they visit different platform and they talk about in good one, that alone for Gina solace, for Gina comfort, for encouraging her, for by buying her, as in they go through these trying times. And I also
Amen.
thank you when I take time for kind of expressing a pain.
Amen.
Yeah. So now left it.
Amen.
Yeah, now left it now, eh?
Okay.
I need Zainab. This is
Khadija. Khadija.
Khadija.
Khadija. Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Khadija.
My
Oh, I
pleasure.
love your mama.
No, no, it's okay. It's
Mashallah,
okay. It's
mashallah, mashallah.
okay. Thank you
Okay,
so much. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless. Good night.
Amen. You as
good
well.
night.
Yeah, fellow Sierra Leonean viewers beyond the Sierra Leone community, we dey come to the end of today's program. We dey pray that the family then continue to find comfort during these trying times. We dey pray that the Almighty grant the young man the highest of Jannah and forgive him on a daily mistake in sins them where if they don't commit during in time here on earth. The goodness that we don't do, let the Almighty multiply and for we go learn unto the highest of Jannah. Once again, within the stuff that we don't talk about this young man and the things that we don't see in a different social media, I believe say God will sorry for him. And again, we will plead to the government, wearing that from this young man in case we see a lot of neglect, we see of a lot of malpractice, we see abuse of power, and we hope and pray that all this could be will take the government back to the drawing board for see who side and go wrong. We also see that in terms of quarantine, not only in this case, but in the case of then what they call calling JC, we come on a different part of the world. We don't see video where they surface on social media, where then they report, then they make testimony of the bad experience where they get. So even if we take this out of the equation, we also will go back again and reflect on those complaints when they talk about the places that when they left them for quarantine, when they give them food, and basically then they really care for them. And in this case, where people then go say us for begging, and then go then lock the all, they're not for be treated as criminal, but rather as a concern. And at the same time, there's a way we'll be able for before relay that message to them for say this na for no more, no we just go be sure say in a okay, so on and so forth, without they not feel like for say they are criminal or they are locked down. And also if they not feel say then for they want to receive any food from the government because of whatever reason best known to them, therefore make them able for them people they are so even people that way they quarantine around the world, then it gets people that way they come deliver food to them. So therefore make them easy for the family member the way they come, elect them not enter that hostel, then they will make food available to them people there. Because like how the family say, not to the suspected case will kill certain people then, now the hunger will then deprive them the starvation. So having said that, me self they take the opportunity for tell the sister then plenty thank you wouldn't take time out of them time wouldn't they mourn with them family for calm and express them pain to the world. As usual, this is not Salon for All, Voice for All, Network Television. I am Khadija Tijan Nabi. May God bless we all. May God bless the Republic of Sierra Leone. And as always, that will remember what in bind we together. Once again, Ramadan Karim to Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. Good night.